Right. So
And
to
so
clarify,
yeah,
you did chiropractic on horses.
yes, yep.
Okay. So you were a chiropractor and now like how does that fit in your paradigm?
Yeah, so that was really interesting because that's how I viewed healing. And so my aunt and uncle introduced me to Ken, and I started listening to Ken. And the first thing I ever listened to was his talk on syncretism, and a dagger to the heart. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really offended because actually this is me. There's a lot of truth to this. So I said, you know what? I'm going to trust you on this one, Jesus. I'm going to trust you, and I'm just going to lay everything aside. I don't want any part of it. So a little bit of backstory. I have a business degree, and I'm a bit of an entrepreneur, and so that's how I got into working on horses. I was like, this is such a great opportunity. You know, God's put in my path that I can, you know, be my own boss and help horses. So I went about it quite ignorantly, thinking I was helping, not realizing that wow, this is really rooted in occultic. And so it was after my power encounter with Jesus and I received healing, I was like, whoa, that's not how you heal, Jesus, is it? And he said, no. I said, okay, well, what about all this muscle testing I've been doing? And he said, no. I said, because Lainey, I don't answer yes or no questions, right? I always answer in parables. And I don't answer instantly, with a few exceptions. I mean, you're God, you can do whatever you want. But in the context of how I had learned to muscle test, and frankly, I was good at it, I was sought after to do it. I was like, that's not you either. And he's like, no, it's not. So it was a really incredible experience going through of saying, okay, Lord, I'm going to trust you. And by trusting you, the floodgates opened of, wow, this is not how you heal. So I want to heal how you heal then. How do I do? I have no idea how to do this. And so I learned so much from Ken and from his free teaching archive. I'd listened to just about all of his material up to that point. And I laid hands on my horse. I'd worked on him numerous times. And he has an old injury. And so he gimps just a little bit. And I know there's freedom for him. So I was really curious. I had no idea you could do deliverance on horses. That was amazing. I was like, wow, cool, there's freedom. And realizing that the things I had done to him in the sense of working on him, and you know, I had painted him with Native American symbols because I thought they were cool. We were in a parade. It's like, oh, this is cool. Well, I didn't realize that's opening the door to the occultic, right? So he was demonized, and it made a lot of sense because his behavior completely changed afterwards. And today he's 98% healed. So I was like, what? Jesus, this is how you heal? Oh, because when I was working on him, nothing happened. Nothing, you know, nothing changed. So yeah, I'm 100% sold out for Jesus and how he heals, and he's completely changed my life. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, and did you ever do chiropractic on people too, or was it just animals?
To answer your question, no, I never did work on people, but I have a big fascination with horses, and they've been a part of my life since I learned to ride before I learned to walk.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay. So then you must have seen quite a bit of success in practicing on horses for a
I
while.
did.
Your own horse that it wasn't quite working on in
Yeah,
that specific area. Is
yeah.
that
So I had I only practiced for maybe 10 months, 9, 10 months. I really didn't practice that long. And I was actually pretty sought after because I was pretty natural in moving in the supernatural, but looking at it as really moving in witchcraft. And I just didn't know. I thought that was God. I thought I was hearing from God when you work on the animal. And it actually is very disheartening how deceptive Satan is, and how much power we don't even I think recognize that he has to be able to do the things that he does. So I did have success with horses. There were lame horses that walked, and you know, so I had the heart posture that it was Jesus. Not having experienced his power before, though, I had no discernment that, oh, there's something different. There's something different with Jesus. So, since it's really interesting. Right after I stopped and I called my clients, I said, hey, I'm no longer working. A lot of them were really angry. Like, really, Lane, what's wrong with you? That's BS. I had one lady like totally chew me out, and I was like, hey, I'm sorry. You want the answer? let me come pray for your horse instead this time. And she's like, you're crazy. What is wrong with you? Right. So I'm a I'm a really, really zealous person. So, and just a very passionate person about whatever I'm involved in. And that's been really humbling now on the other side of Jesus, because the things that I was really zealous for, I practiced yoga and I was really good at yoga actually. I had nobody told me that that was bad. Um, so my whole family was into yoga. I got them into yoga, and everybody was really involved in. I should say, I promoted working on horses, and I was good at it. I was really passionate about it. So on the flip side, I was like, wait, guys, we're doing it wrong. We're doing it wrong. Everybody needs to learn about Jesus's power. Like, whoa, let's stop. Let's talk about Jesus. And they're like, but Lainey, you were just over here, and now you're over there. And I was like, I know, I was wrong. Like, please hear me out on Jesus. And so it was interesting. Some people I've had really awesome conversations with that were clients, talk with them and they're like, whoa, that's really interesting. And other people were like, oh, well, I think you just went off the deep end, Lainey. Some people think I'm in a cult now. I was like, really? I guess Jesus is the best cult.